Hey guys, this is Mark Taylor from GameSkinny, aka Lord Hammer from GuildArmor.com, and we're here day one of E3, and I'm here with Nick Konkle, and we are actually in the booth, and you can also see the Wolfenstein stuff, and I know you'll pan around a little bit and look at all the Elder Scrolls stuff, but exactly, but you know, we wanted to just try to understand what are some of the new things that you're showing us here at E3 that we have not seen up to this point, and possibly at PAX East.
Yeah, you bet. I think the big one is the first-person mode. You know, we've mentioned it a lot in some of sort of the past over the past few months, but actually seeing it in video form, in game, seeing the hands on screen, we've really gone the full 9 yards as far as fully supporting that, and it's something we're really excited about because we know that's something a lot of the fans were looking for.
Yeah, people kind of freaked out without seeing their hands in the first-person mode. And I haven't had a chance to really pay too much attention because everyone I see here who's actually playing is in a third-person view. Is the hands in the first-person view actually in this build?
It's not here on the floor, but you can see it working in the theater in the video room, and it's of course anyone who is playing in the beta at this point will get the opportunity to see that as well.
Okay, so in terms of some of the stuff that you've really or Bethesda's really announced, tell us about what's going on with the Xbox One and the PS4 versions of the game, and like what was the decision behind doing that?
Yeah, it was kind of a big announcement, right? Yeah.
Just a bit.
Well, I think the answer is that sort of evolved naturally from the style of game we were making, right? We knew we wanted this minimalist interface and fully immersive world, and because of that, it sort of really coincided very well with a console interface, as well as the new technology that these things represent and the ability to support this style of massive online gaming in the new generation of consoles. So it's more something that came about as a happy opportunity for us than something that we've been planning from the beginning. But we're really excited about it. You know, it's good news.
I'm really glad to hear about it because some games I like to play on console, some games I like to play on PC, and you know, Elder Scrolls has always been one of those games, you know, once I was able to get it, you know, for a console, and, you know, just like a Fallout 3, you know, those are games that's my console game, and that's what I want it for. And then when I actually go back and play PC versions, I'm like, I don't like it, you know, so.
The other way, but I know a lot of people aren't like that.
Yeah, so I'm just so happy to actually hear that. Now, in terms of the server, you know, obviously there's the Mega server. Will the console versions be in and connected to the Mega server?
We have, it's divided by platform. So the people who play on the PC play with other players from the PC, and the people who play for the PlayStation will play with other people who play for the PlayStation.
Okay, now how about cross consoles, unless I'm misinterpreting that? Will Xbox players be able to play with PS4?
The consoles have their own servers and their own player base and their own communities. Each one has an individual.
Okay, all right, well that's cool. So in terms of any of the other new things that you've come up with, like are there any gotchas or any challenges that are coming up with the development lifecycle right now at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I would say we've gotten people into the beta and into a fairly large scale now, and that's something that we're doing pretty regularly. And it's always interesting, I think, as a developer, when all your work hits mass fan play, or, you know, mass consumer play, and a lot of the things you thought, you know, were going to work don't, or things that you thought were shaky actually turn out to be great, and kind of reacting to the feedback, which is something that we're really big on, right? And we're really big on reacting to fan feedback at ZeniMax. At the same time as developing the game further, adding features, adding the sorts of things that we wanted to do, has really been the challenge of this past few months. That's been really exciting, honestly.
So the other big announcement was, you know, the release date, you know, and it's still not a date per se, it's a season, right? You know, so spring 2014. I personally am actually kind of excited for that in the sense that, you know, as a longtime MMO player, fan, nerd, whatever, whenever you hear any game kind of get pushed back, to me that means, okay, more content, more bug fix, more polish. What are the thoughts about that? Or, I mean, was there any specific reason behind that?
You nailed it. We are 100% committed to delivering the best possible AAA experience, and that's what that was about. We want to make sure that it has all the features that people are asking for, that it has an incredibly tight and fun and polished experience, and that's why we made that decision.
Okay, now in terms of beta, is there any kind of idea when open beta will come out? I mean, is it going to be different for platform and PC, or because it's been my understanding that you guys have had 2 big announcements of opening it up for folks to come in. What's going on with beta? I mean, what kind of things are you guys getting out of that right now?
Yeah, sure. I'll be happy to clear all that up. So a few things. As far as what's going on for the PC version, beta is kind of an ongoing process, and we're gradually scaling up numbers, gradually adding in features, getting feedback on them, and as always, we're committed to quality, and we want to make sure that we're taking advantage of the feedback that we get from people in beta. So we're keeping it small until we really feel like it's ready to go out to a larger mass, and we're just going to do that slowly over the coming months and year. As far as the console version, if you were watching the event last week, or yesterday rather, the PlayStation has its own beta independent of the PC one that'll be somewhere down the line that you can begin signing up for now. And that'll happen sort of in parallel with the PC one.
Okay, very cool. So I guess final question, which faction are you and why?
Oh man.
I got him.
Yeah. I haven't been asked the faction one very often. I get asked the class or build one pretty often because I change it around a lot. Honestly, these days it's all Mary. I really like. Yeah. I played Nords for a really long time, and part of that was because I love Skyrim so much. But I just like the way that world looks, and there might be some of that stuff you can see in B-roll. I just love the way the Alt-Mary Dominion is put together. It's this very polished culture, and the world reflects that. They have a mastery of the environment that's a little unique and feels really interesting to live in that I'm really excited about. So that's my current. It'll change. I'll play them all, and I have played them all. But
sir, thank you so much for talking with us, and we hope you have a great E3.
You're absolutely welcome.
Thanks. Take care.